Hello, welcome to the One Life Church devotional series. We cover the entire Bible in 20 months. Well, today's chapters are Proverbs 17 and 18. This is my last day here in Sydney. It's early in the morning and I've taken a walk down to an exercise park, and behind me here is the Chinese garden where Confucius, all his wisdom is written all over the walls. Good place for us to talk about the wisdom that we find in Proverbs. Better a dry crust, Proverbs 17:1 says, with peace and quiet than a full house of feasting and strife. So rather be content with what you have than get everything that you can in the world and have chaos at home. The crucible for silver, the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. How true that is. In fact, that's a prayer I pray when I'm bringing people through onto leadership. I say, Lord, show me the heart of the people that you bring through, because you know the Lord looks at the heart. And what he does is he allows the heart to be tested so that, the other side of that testing, you can see what's inside there. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their maker. In other words, God backs the poor. We shouldn't oppose them. Children's children are a crown of the aged. My daughter's about to have a child. I'm going to see. That's a little bit of my crown, a little bit of my glory, actually, as I hold my little grandchild on my lap. Whoever would foster love covers over a multitude of offenses, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. Well, we know that's repeated in 1 Corinthians 13, isn't it? That love covers a multitude of sins. Evil will never leave the house of the one who pays back evil for good. When people are good to you and you're not grateful for that, and in fact you reply in the opposite way, you're in for trouble. It says, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. We know that they say that blood is thicker than water. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. And it's again, we're looking at, we live our lives from our inside out, isn't it? And so when we have a strength of soul, we have a strength of emotion, we have a strength within, we can handle all sorts of things. But when that dries up, you've got trouble. Even fools are thought wise if they keep their tongues silent. How many times I've thought, oh my goodness, if I just kept quiet, I would have been absolutely fine. And then chapter 18, Proverbs 18 now says, one who is slack in his work is brother to one who destroys. It's a theme that runs through the book of Proverbs, that hard work is good and changes your destiny. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower, and the righteous run into it and are safe. This is a picture that we get of, in the old days, they would have a tower, a fortified tower in the middle of a village. And when the enemy breached the walls, people would run into it and be safe there. And basically, the writer of this proverb is saying that when life gets tough, there is one place you should run, and that is into the name of the Lord, and hide behind him. The human spirit can endure in sickness, but a crushed spirit who can bear? Very similar to a thought that we just had in the previous chapter. Going through sickness, if your soul is sick, if your emotions are gone, you're going to battle much more than just battling the disease itself. A brother wronged is more unyielding than a fortified city. Verse 21, the tongue has the power of life and death. Those who love it will eat its fruit. So in other words, if you understand the power of your words, it'll shape your future. You can speak ill of yourself, ill of your friends, and they become like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what that's saying. Our words, power. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. I have said this every time that I counsel a young man. Want me to give the best marriage advice that I could give you? Marry well. Pick the girl well, because he who finds a good wife is blessed. Now the very last chapter says there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Now, we've already seen in the previous chapter that brothers are born for times of adversity. But when Jesus talked to his disciples. He says, I no longer call you servants, I call you friends. When the bottom has fallen out of your world, there is a friend. His name is Jesus.